Hey race fans, I'm Wylie Wade. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Wylie's Race Report. This past Saturday night, April 21st, at Antioch Speedway, we had 5 divisions in action with the wingless sprint cars, the A mods, the B mods, limited late models, and the hobby stocks. Starting with the hobby stocks, we had 2 heat races. The Squirrel, B. Troen in the number 97 took home her first win, and Chris Sorensen in the 00 took home heat race number 2. Mike Cooper took home the main event win in the number 57. He was followed by Chris Sorensen, John Watch, Luke Brignoli, and Morgan Swank, brother of Cameron Swank. I think he stole Cameron's car because Cameron was out of town to go racing. That's just my theory. Hobby stock points look like this. Michael Cooper with 162 points, tied in points with Chris Sorensen, who also has 162, but Cooper has the tiebreaker with more wins. John Watch is in third with 126 points. Eric Pitchner in the 4th spot with 112, and Cameron Swank with 102. In our late model action, the heat race was won by the Flying Hawaiian Kimo Oretta, but Mike Welko in the 13A took home the win in the main event. Mark Garner second in the 76A, followed by Kimo Oretta and Ryan Serezian. Our limited late model points, Garner has a points lead with 106. Mark is followed by Mike Walcott with 100, Kimo Oretta with 98, and Ryan Serezian with 88. Our wingless sprint car are 2 heat races with Shannon Newton taking home heat race number 1 and Brandon Bird in the 56 car taking home the second race. In the main event, Alan Miranda in the 11B, followed by the 36 car of Bob Newberry. Newberry fought hard to try to get around Miranda, but Miranda was able to hold him off for the win. James East finished third in the number 71. Roy Fisher, after flipping in his heat race, comes home in the main event to finish 4th. And the 98 car of Rich Otterstrom finished in the 5th spot for the main event. Winning the sprint car points, Bob Newberry on top with 106 points, 104 points for Alan Miranda in the 2nd spot. Brandon Bird with 90 in 3rd, Roy Fisher in 4th with 88, and Rick Panfelli is 5th place in points with 80. He also rolled his car in the main event for the wingless sprint cars. The Livin' Fat B-Mains, well, Todd Gomez and Guy Allworth took home the heat wins. Brent Curran, though, took home the main event win. His second main event in a B-Mod at Antioch Speedway. Told you last episode how in his first main event he finished 5th. He did the same thing in the hobby stocks last year. Well, last year in his second main event, he took home the win in the hobby stocks, and he repeated that feat in the B-Mods this year, taking home his first win. See if he can continue the success he's had so far. He had to hold off a hard-charging Aaron Crowell and Trevor Climans, to name a few. Todd Gomez, though, finished 3rd, with Crowell finishing in the 2nd spot, Tommy Frazier 3rd, and Ryan DeForest in the 5th spot. The Livin' Fat B-Mod point standings look like this. Trevor Climans on top with 148 points. Guy Allworth with 138 in 2nd. At 136 is Tommy Frazier, and Ryan DeForest has 110 in the 4th spot. Kevin Brown with 108 is in the 5th spot. Our A-Mod action had a little bounty out on it. Nick DiCarlo, who has won the last 2 times out, both main events and heat races, had a $100 bounty put on his head by the Livin' Fat sponsor. Well, in the heat races, Kellen Chadwick took home heat race number 1. Bobby Hogue came into town to try to take that $100 for the bounty, and Raymond Lindman finished first in the 3rd heat race. But when it came to the main event, the one that paid the extra money, Bobby Hogue IV took home that win and the extra $100 for the bounty on Nick DiCarlo. Kellen Chadwick was 2nd in the 83 car. 3rd was Bobby Mott Jr. Nick DiCarlo had to start at the back of the pack, and he worked his way to the 4th position. And Josh Combs in the 1-2 car finished 5th. Our A-Mod points look like this. Nick DiCarlo with 156 points on top. Bobby Mott Jr. with 146 in 2nd. Sean O'Gara is in the 3rd place in points. He has 120, and 102 for Raymond Lindman in the 4th spot. Scott Busby in the 5th spot with 100 points. Next Saturday night, April 28th, we have the weekly racing series returning, but also we have the Sharpshooter Tournament for the Livin' Fat B-Mods. It's race number 3. We'll also have the late models, hobby stocks, dwarf cars, and the ever-popular hard tops. Don't miss all the fun and exciting racing action this Saturday night at Antioch Speedway. Another exciting, fun-filled evening of racing you don't want to miss. This just in, coming up this Saturday night at Antioch Speedway for round 3 of the Sport Mod Sharpshooter Tournament, it's the Bakersfield Bullet, Nick Spainhoward. Don't miss it this Saturday night, Sharpshooter Tournament, round number 3 for the Sports Mods, the Bakersfield Bullet, Nick Spainhoward coming to town. Gates open at 5 o'clock. Racing begins right around 6 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't miss it. Keep an eye out on our website at www.antiochspeedway.com, www.antiochspeedway.com for all news and notes, and upcoming schedules will be released right here on my channel, Antioch Speedway Announcer on Facebook and YouTube, Wylie Wade on Instagram. Also, don't forget to check out the Facebook page for Antioch Speedway. It is called The Antioch Speedway. On Facebook, The Antioch Speedway. Until then, I'm Wylie Wade. Good night, everybody.